Right. Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so Capricorns, let's go ahead and jump on in. Caps, we will see what we got cooking here. Also, Capricorns, I don't think I made the mention to you guys. We're bringing something back that we used to do a while ago. And that is, I describe it on the 1010 video, but honestly, I make mention of it permanently now in all of our today's topic videos. So you can hear me explain it on the 1010 video, but the 1011 video also. So it doesn't matter which day you're watching. But we'll go back to doing a weekly winner each Monday. So, and we'll select that from the comments off of the today's topic video. So just so you guys know. All right, Capricorns, we are starting out with an Ace of Cups and a Page of Swords. I don't know if love is motivating somebody to keep their eyes on somebody else. Hi, Annie. Good to see you, babe. I know you're waiting on the Capricorn and the Leo. Leo's coming right after this, hun. We got a Knight of Coins. It's sideways, got the Hierophant upright. Okay, so for somebody to be operating out of a place of love, first off, but then they're doing a little spying, it just kind of says they're not doing this for a negative reason, right? Maybe they're not ready to like move forward too quick or too slow. They're debating, I'm interested. That means I'm gathering information because I really feel like this could be important to me, for me. This could be a Taurus, or this could be Capricorn is gathering information about a Taurus, but it feels like somebody is like aware that in their higher self, they're like, I'm really, my heart is really interested. I really want to gravitate this direction. So there's this really sweet, really nice energy of somebody, intending to move toward another individual. We get the Hanged Man, still delaying. Okay, so this is reconnaissance. This is somebody doing recon right now. I really want to move forward. I really do. But at the same time, I got Eight of Swords upright. They're not going to do it unless they have a pretty darn good idea that this is a good idea. They have to have some kind of supporting evidence that, yes, this is a good idea for me to move forward. Okay, let me take a look and see this from a slightly different perspective. Let me go ahead and see, why are they not just moving forward wholeheartedly? Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so there's either a concern, is Capricorn still brokenhearted, single but brokenhearted over somebody, or they could be doing a little self-check. Am I ready to try this? Am I ready to try moving forward? Am I ready for this? This to me looks like, I'm going to say that they're doing a little spying on Capricorn, even though they also might be saying, I want to move forward respectfully, but not if it seems like Capricorn wouldn't want me to. Why would they think Capricorn might be heartbroken? The reason I'm saying that this to me looks like Capricorn is just because of that Seven of Pentacles, someone who's been sitting in this energy for a while. So, Pentacles energy would be that, that earthy vibe, but could be heartbroken over someone. Page of Swords in the reverse and the Death card upright. It's almost like they've been, I don't know if this is it's like secret admirer who's seen Capricorn go through an ending, but then they were like, I don't really know when the ending is over. Maybe or perhaps they have no background info on why would this amazing Capricorn be single. I don't know enough about, I never thought to check them out before. They weren't on my radar until now. Maybe I just recently met them. I don't know. Is this Capricorns? Are they usually single, or is this because they're brokenhearted? It just feels like somebody who has no idea. Is this normal or not? I feel like, I don't know if they saw Capricorn someplace by themselves. Maybe Capricorn has a habit of like, they sit here and they have a glass of wine at their table. They're sitting out here, but by themselves. Maybe Capricorn goes to a certain restaurant or bar. Maybe this is the owner of the restaurant. Maybe this is the bartender. Maybe this is the server. But they're like, I wonder, is this normal for Capricorn? Or are they here by themselves? Are they, kind of avoiding people because they're still nursing a heartbreak? I don't know. I don't know what the norm is. I don't have the baseline. So that's why they're spying, but they're spying with good intentions is what I would say about this. So this feels kind of like a new person in Capricorn's world. Yeah, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is not somebody who's worked with or interacted yet with Capricorn. To me anyway, this is somebody that doesn't have a background with Capricorn. Page of Cups, but they'd like to. They'd like to. I feel like you notice how his head is kind of cocked back. I wonder if they like, Capricorn's voice, or they're a little attuned, and it's like, oh, I just heard that Capricorn over there. That's really nice. It feels like somebody who's kind of slyly keeping a little eye. We see like even his eyes and his glasses is just sliding off to the left just a little bit, or I guess off to the right. Ow, that almost made me dizzy. I shouldn't be moving my eyes so extreme, apparently. Yeah, they'd like to, but okay. Four of Wands. I could read this in two ways. Either this person is like, Capricorn is this big, huge mystery that they've got to unravel. Is Capricorn single because they're heartbroken? Is Capricorn on the table for me to potentially date? Is Capricorn interested? Am I their cup of tea? Would they, maybe Capricorn, maybe I'm not even the gender that they're attracted to. I don't know. Is Capricorn married, but they're in separation with a partner? Is, they don't know any of this, but they sure want to because they feel like they're really drawn. Why are you so drawn to Capricorn? I mean, obviously, Cap seems to be the primary focus in their mind. Guys, shout out to you in London, mate. And hi, Dia. Nice to see you. Why are they so attracted to Capricorn? We got a Three of Cups. We got the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Five of Wands. Okay, so with that Three of Cups, this is somebody who's very much like willing and able to say, well, I want to talk to Capricorn. I like them. I want to be in their inner circle. I want to sit down and, have a cup of tea with them, talk some truth with them. I would like to, I don't know, see if there's something here. I don't know if this person gets interested in people all that often either, but there's something different about Capricorn. The fact that we have an Ace of Coins and we have this Five of Wands that has a big old serpent on it, which we don't usually see on a Five of Wands, but it's like they see Capricorn as something, I'll say almost like exotic, something that is so like different than what they're used to. And they're very intrigued. Now, this could be they're intrigued by Capricorn's intellect. They could be, physically attracted and intrigued by Capricorn's attractiveness or beauty, handsomeness, Messenger of Wands, Ten of Swords sideways. I will also say that there is some kind of severity that is very sexy to them. They either feel like Capricorn, I'm picturing somebody with a great like resting bitch face, and they kind of dig it. There's like a little bit of like sting. And I just say that because we have like maybe Capricorn has a way to make really great like intense eye contact, but they also seem a little bit formidable. Like if Capricorn was going to put somebody in their place, people, whoa, it feels a little like that. But then we also see them maybe feeling connected to Capricorn. Like you notice how he's in his galaxy coat and the messengers, well, this is a page in any other deck, but they're always the messengers. And it just feels like they're attracted to either like Capricorn's eyes, or maybe they feel like Capricorn, I got to know their star sign, their sun sign. I got to know because I feel like we'd be so good together. There's something about this Capricorn that just appeals to me. I don't know if they can put their finger. I mean, why is anybody attracted to another person? Part of it is like, that's the whole point. We're attracted. There's not really an explanation per se. Maybe we can pinpoint, well, I like their eyes. I like, specific physical attributes, but really usually attraction, I think, is so much more than that. So I'm just saying, they like the whole package. They like the mystery. They like the fact that there's a little bit of scary to Capricorn. I'm picturing this Capricorn has like a certain gravity, and there could even be a little bit of and I'm not saying, I want to say this carefully, like Capricorn could have a little air of not just mystery, but maybe a little bit of a broodiness, or that song by my favorite Beatle, George Harrison. Oh gosh, I was attracted by her woundedness, a wounded tiger on her willowy path. I think it's called Breath from heaven. She could take the breath away from heaven. It's such a beautiful song. I adore that song. This feels a little like that quote would apply here. Like maybe they're attracted to a Capricorn that maybe doesn't like flirt, laugh, and smile so easy. Maybe they like that. They like the mystery. They like, I'm not saying they want somebody wounded, but I am saying they like somebody who's got a little more gravity to them. And yes, there could be a little air of like femme fatale or something where it's like, I can tell there's more to this person. I just don't know what it is, because they really want to talk, which is crazy because it's like, I just want to know. I want to know about you. And I think, we have an eyeball here floating in the sky. We have it here. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I boo-booed my finger. But that just looks like they just want to know about Capricorn. So yes, the mystery to solve, the desire to talk, and they don't know any of the answers right now. They don't know, why do you come across as broody? Why do you come across as solo? Why are you alone? What's your backstory? Could you love me? Are you already taken? Like the whole package is exciting to them. Eight of Wands. So they may make efforts to get little bits of data out of Capricorn. This could be somebody like, let's say this is a place that Capricorn goes repetitiously. Like we said, maybe the Capricorn goes, oh God, I'm freezing all of a sudden, but Capricorn maybe goes to, the place where they go to eat lunch every day or something. And this is the server or somebody or the owner who makes a point of every day asking one little tiny question to try to like generate, like talk to me, tell me something, ask me questions. Like, let's get this. I do feel like it's questions coming at Capricorn, not to bombard, but like maybe if Capricorn starts to notice that there's somebody who always kind of finds a way to ask a little something. Look, I think it's incredibly rude that some people will intentionally try to overstep boundaries and put their nose into your business in ways that they got no business doing, and assume all kinds of stuff. But then on the other hand, when it's somebody that's attracted and they just really want to get to know another person, how else do you get to know somebody other than being interested enough to ask questions? And there's also motive. If this character were just like, oh, I just want to know, I'm just one of those nosy people, that would be kind of offensive. But that's not how this comes across at all. This person does not come across as nosy for no good reason. If anything, I think they're trying to not overstep boundaries, but what they'd like, because they feel so drawn to Capricorn, they'd like to get to know this Capricorn. But I don't even know if Capricorn recognizes what they're doing, that, oh, this person keeps asking me little questions, or they're trying to get to know me. Let's ask that. Is Capricorn aware of this at all? Or is this still, they're kind of like oblivious? We've got the Chariot sideways. We've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. We got, so this could be somebody that Capricorn kind of looks forward to talking to a little bit. This could be somebody that Capricorn's like, I enjoy. It's different to have somebody like pay some attention and ask me some questions. That also the quality of questions that people ask when they actually care, it's going to be really different. The kinds of things that people like take time to like, because I personally think that it's always nicer if somebody understands that you have to earn your way into someone's personal life. Nobody knows what anybody's life is. It's nobody's business what anybody's life is, unless they choose to open up and trust enough to welcome somebody in, right? And we all have our public persona, and then we have all the other stuff that's more precious and more personal to ourselves. But I think this person doesn't come across as prying at all to Capricorn. In fact, I think this is saying Capricorn, it's like, God, that's so different. I haven't felt like somebody like remembered me enough. Sometimes let's say Capricorn goes to this restaurant or whatever for lunch, and this individual who's interested in them like learns their order really quickly, and then asks a question like, oh, I know you will always say like whatever, hold the some item, are you allergic to it? And that's not like an offensive ask. It's more human curiosity. It's also maybe to make sure that, I understand the severity of this if it's an allergy or something. But those little details can be like, that's so nice that the person would pay attention to me like that. It kind of feels like Capricorn is not 100% like taking this on as like, oh wow, this person wants my hot bod. It's more like I don't know if I want to move toward this or away from this, but I can't deny it's kind of sweet to be noticed. And I think that's really nice. We can see Capricorn is a little reluctant to like just be like, oh, I can't wait to see this person, can't wait to, like have them ask me some more questions. We don't really see that. In fact, with the Ace of Wands sideways, it could even be that Capricorn's like, I'm not sure that I really like this yet. I'm not positive that I'm going to be attracted to this person, but it's not. Yeah, we got the Three of Cups in the reverse. Capricorn's very slow to trust. I don't blame our characters that are like, it's nice for somebody to start, taking some interest, but on the other hand, I got to know what their interest is for. So I don't think Capricorn really lets too many people in. I totally get that. I think that there's a very good reason. We have Lovers. Capricorn's very, very careful, especially when they're like, I know somebody's interested in me, but for what reason? Are they looking to trade partners? Are they just playing the field? I kind of feel like, even though we don't have it directly being said here, I'm reading between the lines and saying this to me says we have a Capricorn who maybe is like, I know all too well. Sometimes people create third parties, even if it's just like, they start flirting and they create like a third party where it's like a fantasy relationship where, it's too personal. It oversteps boundaries, yet they're married to somebody else. And this is how they, get their rocks off, is just like flirting with people and creating like pseudo fantasy relationships. And I feel like Capricorn's like, I ain't going down that road. This is like, hell no. Three of Cups in the reverse. There will be no third parties. I don't know what their intentions are. If they're showing me that they're interested in me, I can accept that. But I don't know if they warrant me being interested in them, because I don't know if they're Fantasyland players or if they're somebody who's actually interested in me. I'm their choice of who they want to get to know. It makes sense. Like Capricorn doesn't want to move fast on this. Capricorn's like, hey, I've been around the block a time or two. We do have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, or in this deck, they call it the High Priest and the High Priestess. I gotta say, no matter what the circumstances are, we still see this Capricorn who's like, but if I'm listening to my higher self, I already know this person is drawn to me for a reason, and I am drawn to them for a reason. I feel their energy. And we already said at the beginning, it kind of seemed like maybe they pay attention to when they hear Capricorn's voice, or they're excited, to have opportunities because they are doing a little spying and they already have warm emotions toward Capricorn, but they don't want to overstep boundaries. And I just have to say, if they're that like hyper alert to when Capricorn, is in the building, so too is Capricorn of them, is what I would say. Like these two are on each other's radar, even though we can see this just like maybe there's a reason, but I don't know what the reason is yet. We have the two keys overlapping each other also, and one has the sun and one has the moon. I kind of think that maybe Capricorn and this person could be wonderful together, but by all means, take it slow, build that trust. Is that the way this is going to be able to go? They're going to ask Capricorn like a question a day or something. Yeah, with the Page of Cups, we got two people that might both feel some interest in each other, some genuine, like, I want to get to know you. I want to open up. I want to give you a little bit of my cup. I want to at least tell you that I like you as a person, but we'll just see how it goes. This still feels very timid and like it's being handled very carefully, very respectfully, very like one little baby step at a time, which I think is great in this story. But is there some interest? Yeah. There's a little bit of interest here on Capricorn's side as well. There's more interest on their side, but Capricorn's starting to kind of like warm up to this a little bit while still saying that doesn't mean this is a free for all. And now I'm going to say, oh God, they're so attractive and I'm sure we're going to date. Capricorn is very choosy. And I think that's great in this message. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Dia, on the other hand, there's a golden band that reminds me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I could stay and be your loving man, but the reasons I must go are on the other hand. Is that the one you're talking about? The country song? I haven't heard that song in a while. Hey, Tiffany, divinely protected Sag. Great to see you, babe. NES, thank you, love. Rachel's magic, so good to see you. Love that. As a Venus in Capricorn, I approve this message. You're adorable. Mystical visions, thank you, babe. Sweet, you're so wonderful. Butterfly messages, so great to see you. And shout out again to you in London, mate. Delighted to see you. All right, you guys, lots of love. We will get to Taurus. If I can get to Taurus late tonight, I will. Right now, I'm going to do one more, and it's going to be for Leo, and then I'm going to break, and then late tonight, if I can get back in time, I will do a Taurus video, okay? All right, you guys, lots of love. Thanks for being here.